You wouldn't hire your 10-year-old neighbor to fix the transmission of your car. It could be just as disastrous to hire an unqualified painter to sand down the outside of your house. If the wrong person fires up the power sander, you could end up not just with a bad paint job, you could be left with permanently damaged siding.
No one on my crews touches a house with a power sander until they have months of training under an experienced foreman.
If not done properly, sanding can leave gouge marks, visible swirls from the circular motion of the sander, and an uneven surface.
When we finish sanding the outside of your house, I want the wood to look like it did the day the carpenters first nailed it up.
To get that look, George's crews do 4 very careful stages of sanding. In the first stage, they use a paint shaver. They drag this tool across the surface of the house and it breaks and chips the old paint. Next, they go over the entire house with 16 grit sandpaper. This removes more than 90% of the paint. The crews are very careful during both of these stages to control dust from the sanders because most old houses in the area were painted with lead-based paint. George's crews use tarps and HEPA filters to minimize the dust that gets into the air around your home, and they tape the windows to keep it from finding its way inside your house. The third stage of sanding is to go over the entire house again, this time with 36 grit sandpaper. This is where some painters cut corners. They skip this step, or they do it but only on parts of the house.
My crews go over the entire house with this fine grit sandpaper because we want to give you a nice smooth finish. This will make your house look like new.
The fourth stage of sanding comes after the first layer of primer is applied. The painters go over all of the primed surfaces with light hand sanding. They do this because the brushes and rollers applying that first coat of primer lift up wood fibers from the siding. The hand sanding smooths that back down. Careful attention to all 4 stages of sanding is the key to getting a finish that will last for many years. You'll find more videos on this website that explain how independent painters will make sure your house still looks great years after they finish painting. And George is ready to look at your house and talk to you about any painting you need done. Just call him at 973-444-1956.